Don't blink, it's your boy, quick little commercial. Because I'm doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 7th August 2025. Here is the sunrise. Hi, your boy is extremely tired, but we're doing good, so. We're doing good. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the commercial. We're doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this gorgeous, like, doing gorgeous. Damn. Day of the 7th of August 2025. As you can see, this is the intro. This is breakfast time. So on the menu we have 2 pieces of bread, my last sausage, my last chicken sausage, because I need to eat it because it was turning bad. A dirty plate in which we cooked a hot dog yesterday. And the thing here is ketchup and mustard. So, even though it's dirty, it's marinated. Let's call it like that. Today, I have something really special. I'm gonna miss you guys. You're delicious. We got a lot of planning to do. Which is kind of very simple, to be honest. Last night, which is this morning, right? Because I finished working, it was 4 o'clock. I didn't film anything. Here's a reason as to why. Oh shit, the bread I waited too long. It's solid. Shit. I have to go old school. I didn't make content because I wanted to sleep a little bit. We focused on uploading videos, things that are not going to take a lot of energy. And we can manage to sleep. Why? Because today is a brand new Fortnite update, so I got priorities. Doesn't matter. Once you're making videos in the morning, if the battery dies, which is probably gonna be this one, and it's only 70 percent, which is not that bad. Info. It's not old, it's just burnt. Okay. Exactly. So yeah, that's to do. I have no idea how the day's gonna go. I'm gonna get tired, not gonna get tired. Now, I know I said we had a major update for Fortnite, but there's also lots that needs to be done. For Lost, we got some good news. I'm not gonna be watching Lost probably Fortnite because I want to focus on the new update. Sounds good, sounds great. However, when we reach season 2, I'm 7 episodes in. So, an hour and a half, I'm a product, which is good. I'm gonna go sleep. We also want to go more on TikTok Live because we'll do a video about it. My TikTok started changing in really good ways. They took away the recommendation of a lot of people. However, the Survivor there's a lot more ways to monetize content. So really good. Everybody. I'm not a fan of them, but they're good. It's media monetization, so it's a way to motivate to monetize a live. Not monetize the content, it's monetize your life, which is other than gift. So my biggest problem with TikTok was basically completely crowdfunded. It's not no more. So really motivating shit. When you saw that goes. Worst of the worst. This is the stepping stone for electronic pickup. And honestly, that's pretty much what it is. So, on that note, I love you guys. If you did the news, I think they're migrating to something. Somebody's finished, guys. Yesterday, I think we had the last show of the concert, the Wednesday concert. Well, well. Until next year. I have talking, I need to work, got a lot to do, and we get it. Salut, c'est Tom Chemin, pas trop bien pour ce prochain. Aujourd'hui, en ce 7 août 2025. Aujourd'hui, on fait des tests de goût, on joue à Fortnite, c'est une belle journée en ce jeudi. Mais avant tout, on fait un petit test d'un goût québécois, un petit test de produit québécois, pardon. Un produit que j'écoutais avant, mais pas celui-là. Vous toute l'histoire, les deux produits, c'est Monsieur Gustave et Monsieur Gustave. Oui, on fait une double dégustation ce matin. Pour une raison qui est très très simple. Je vais faire une petite récapitulation de. Je parle dans le d'habitude, je fais dessus. De mon soir avec M. Gustave. J'ai vu les produits. J'ai vu qu'il y avait vraiment un beau design. Vraiment un bon design. J'ai dit waouh. Je vais goûter à ça. Sans savoir si c'était des produits québécois. C'était des produits québécois, puis j'ai tout essayé. Là, je suis comme waouh. Fait que là, j'ai double checké, j'ai double vérifié au magasin. J'ai tout goûté. La réponse est non, j'ai pas de goûter. Il m'en reste 2. Maintenant, les 2 que j'ai pas goûté, je pense que j'ai pas goûté. Parce qu'on va pouvoir faire une deuxième vidéo, puis ça va être assez spécial. Les 2 que j'ai pas goûté, c'est des fromages normaux. On a le. Ça c'est doux. Ouais. Texture crémeuse et onctueuse. On a le mi-fort affiné 2 mois. Là j'ai hâte. J'en ai pas goûté. J'ai l'impression qu'on va goûter tous les produits qui sont un petit peu plus spéciaux en même temps, ce qui est nice. Là, on va goûter des produits qui sont un peu moins spéciaux, qui sont plus normaux. Ce qui est nice aussi. Tu sais, des fromages au cornichon à la nette, je connais pas ça là. Des fromages fumés, oui. Des fromages suisses, absolument. Fromage pas traditionnel, oui. Fait que ça, c'est plus traditionnel, c'est plus comme un. Tu sais, c'est complexe parce que si je viendrais pour comparer, je comparerais ça. Maintenant, c'est des fromages de Gouda. Tout ce que j'ai goûté, c'est Gouda. À part le fromage suisse. Fait que je sais qu'ils sont assez bons, les Gouda. On va commencer par le doux. Tiens, on commence par le doux. Ouais. C'est que doux, on a une texture crémeuse et onctueuse. Monsieur Gustave, pourquoi c'est caractérisé? Parce qu'il y avait deux gars même design. Si j'avais fait de là, je serais pas chez Monsieur Gustave parce que sinon, je veux des produits qui sont différents. Je trouve que les quatre autres en effet sont des produits qui sont magnifiques. Puis le fromage doux, j'ai très hâte. Qu'est-ce qu'on va faire? On va faire une deuxième vidéo. On va laisser le site de M. Gustave, on va se lire le. On va se. Ah, ok. J'ai une idée. On va faire une petite lecture de M. Gustave. Et voilà. C'est parfait ça. Ok. Je loue toujours par ici. Parce que je trouve que c'est mieux. C'est sûr qu'eux, ils veulent que tu loues par l'autre côté. Mais eux, ils veulent pas que tu le manges comme ça. Eux, ils vont vouloir que tu fasses des copeaux, tu vas faire des petites affaires avec. Alors que moi, c'est vraiment des tests de goût, j'adore le fromage. Ça le fait bien en fait. Fait que là, je me réveille, il est 5h50 du matin. Toute l'activité que je vais faire, physique, mentale, ça va être plus difficile. C'est que M. Gustave, d'où on se lance dans la dégustation. Ça sent bon. Ça sent bon. Quand je dis cheddar, je me suis trompé, c'est Gouda. Wow. C'est vraiment bon. La texture est belle. Sincèrement. J'adore les monstruosités qui prouvent que c'est un produit artisanal. Les bulles ici, ça prouve que c'est un produit artisanal. Moi, je vais le faire salé, c'est parfait. Très bon. Allez voir. Vous habitez la Chine. C'est une ville côtière, ça. On est proche du lac Saint-Louis. On est proche du lac Saint-Louis. C'est important. C'est délicieux, sincèrement. Question de goût. C'est pas le plus intéressant. C'est qu'il y a rien de révolutionnaire. Mais en même temps, le goût est bon. Qu'est-ce que j'aime beaucoup, c'est la texture. La texture et le goût ensemble, ça fait un beau produit. C'est un beau produit de chez nous de Longueuil. Un des points. Comme j'ai dit, que c'est pas l'affaire qui est la plus extraordinaire, mais c'est vraiment un bon fromage. Tu sais, est-ce que je prendrais ça par rapport au petit Québec? Je sais pas. Je prendrais ça par rapport à Québec, je sais pas. Je prendrais ça par rapport à Saputo, je sais pas. Mais maintenant que je le goûte, j'aime. Je sais pas quoi de m'attendre, je pense que c'est un produit que c'est normal. Fait que j'ai mangé des goudas, j'ai mangé toute ma vie. Sauf que, encore une fois, la texture et le goût sont bons. C'est une expérience agréable. Un peu familière, mais agréable. Donc maintenant, on va aller vers le médium. J'ai été affilié depuis 2 mois. Moi, j'aime beaucoup ça parce que les meilleurs fromages que j'ai mangés, c'est des produits dans le détail. Je suis un fan de fromage. C'était des Arnold Man, l'île de l'homme. C'était vieilli 16 mois. Fait que ça c'est du bonbon là. 2 mois, je sais pas ce que ça va faire. Dans le fond, je peux un % là-dedans. Sauf que, je me connais assez pour dire que je vais être excité. Et voilà. Fait que, Monsieur Gustave, Gouda, médium. Qu'est-ce que je me demande? Qu'est-ce que je trouve étrange en fait? C'est que j'ai réussi à trouver médium et doux. Il y a sûrement un fort que j'ai pas vu. Et s'il y a un fort, il va nous en manquer là. Il y a sûrement, normalement, ce qu'ils vont faire extra doux, médium, fort, extra fort. Monsieur Gustave, Gouda fort? Non, pardon. Mi-fort. Oh ouais, c'est vraiment bon. chaud. L'imitation, c'est pas une bonne idée. Parce que le goût est vraiment similaire. C'est la même chose. Qu'est-ce qui est texture, qu'est-ce qui est doux, qu'est-ce qui est goût. Je trouve avec le médium mi-fort, c'est mon préféré. Les deux. Pourquoi? Parce que 95% de l'expérience, dans la bouche, c'est la même chose. Sauf que, avec le goût, je trouve ça plus de fun. Il y a un arrière-goût, il y a un goût prononcé, il y a un goût qui vient pousser le tout. Il y a vraiment un bon goût à la fin. Tu sais, moi je suis un fan de fromage bleu, il y a vraiment un goût agressif à la fin, il y a vraiment un arrière-goût, il y a vraiment un goût plus prononcé. C'est comme la même expérience, mais hop, il y a un petit quelque chose de plus. C'est comme un film en fait, c'est comme le même film, une des deux versions. T'écoutes les crédits à la fin. Quand t'écoutes les crédits à la fin, il y a une scène en plus en bonus pour te remercier. C'est ça un peu qu'on fait. Fait que je recommande vraiment des bons produits. Est-ce que je dirais que c'est les meilleurs produits que j'ai mangés de ma vie? Non. C'est sûr que ça peut être un peu plus cher. Donc ça vaut la peine d'avoir. Sincèrement, pour le Gouda, peut-être pas. Mi-fort et goût, peut-être pas. Mais pour les autres saveurs qui sont uniques à M. Gustave, ça vaut la peine en maudit. C'est un bon produit. Si tu veux encourager des campagnes québécoises, c'est une bonne occasion d'encourager des pays québécois. Des produits québécois. Je vais me réveiller. Encore une fois. Fait que là-dessus, je vous laisse parce que je vais prendre une belle soirée. Ciao! Okay. What would you, my dear?
So?
Okay, I got a couple comments. Let's have comments. Okay, good. Top Gun, Top Cruise. Ah. Yes. I remember. Your curls, I can't hear you. I know. Okay. I can't. She's private. Oh, dude, what the heck? I can't. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna answer. I got a comment from. There once was a kid that came to see, and the name of the kid was Billy O.T. Soon may the bedman come. What? It's one of these. Oh, okay.
So you should find my gorgeous. You'll feel good.
pulling up. Okay. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna check out this here. Ah. Ooh. Okay, go. Don't blink if you're blinking. Welcome back to the show. Guess I'm doing well. Damn, dude. I forgot two things. Guess I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 7th August 2025. It is super early in the morning and we're doing a video for the gaming channel. Give me a sec. Do you my gear? You might have heard me say it, otherwise I'll repeat it. We are the 7th of August. Why is that important? Well, for my gaming fan, we know that there's an update of Fortnite. Now, you know what? I haven't made a Fortnite video in a while. I haven't talked about Fortnite. I forgot that I have to upload clips from Twitch to TikTok and YouTube. Lately we've been streaming a lot, right? And one of the games that we've been streaming is Fortnite. So let's talk once again about Fortnite. I'm excited, you're excited, we're both excited. Heck to the yeah. So why are we talking about Fortnite? Well, see, this is repeated content. This is reheated content. We talked about this before. I'm gonna take clips from Twitch for the TikTok and YouTube. Because we are sitting at 95 hours. Not too shabby, not too bad. It's not a big deal. I need to upload 100 videos a day, so that is a big deal. The reason why I wanted to come on here, the reason why this is reheated content, because it still applies. Me and Fortnite have a love and hate relationship. I'm something looking at here, but listen, I got a extremely busy day, and this is gonna be the cherry on this Sunday. Now, technically, what is the Sunday? I don't know, but I know it's lactose free, and there's no peanut because some of you guys are allergic. However, I am not allergic, so I'm gonna give myself a spoonful of peanut butter. Because as you can see, it is the sunrise, so it is breakfast. Guys, I am a night owl. I managed to sleep 2 hours last night, and I usually don't like sleeping during the night, I like sleeping during the day. And I get more accomplished during the night. Canadian. So, I did all of this for Fortnite to work. I'm making this video right now. The other thing is downloading. So I'm super happy about that. Because, again, I want to play Fortnite. Me and Fortnite is a love and hate relationship. And it's a love and hate relationship because of how much I dislike the game. See, Fortnite, I told you guys, I feel awful because I told you this before, but at the same time, most of you guys are kind of new. And I think the last time that I did this video about Fortnite, I think the gaming channel wasn't on. There wasn't a gaming channel. So I think it's still something that is somewhat apropos, something that is somewhat still relevant, right? Can we agree on that, please? Thank you. So, what exactly happened is, I broke my leg. Didn't broke my leg. It's I microfissured my ankle in a electric scooter accident. I really fucked myself up, and It's amazing because this happened in July 2021. I think it was later than that though. I know it was summer. Maybe it was winter. I don't remember. I don't remember. I think it was winter. So it was when Netflix released Alice in Wonderland 1. So I have my leg in a cast, right? Because again, it is messed up, and I'm streaming a lot, and I have a small community, and I'm playing a lot more. So we're playing Elden Ring, we're playing Tiny Tina of Wonderland, we're playing Master Duel, and then at that time I had two very loyal viewers. So these people were people that cared about me. They were people that had my best interest in mind, and they were amazing friends. I had Raven, who was coming to almost every single stream. She was just a good person. We were just talking, and she was actually really fun. Raven was a really good friend of mine. When Raven said something, I listened to it. Amazing Ed was a gamer. Amazing Ed, how crazy it is, was he had Amazon Prime, and every single month of Amazon Prime, he would send me his Prime sub, which means that for the 12 months, he sent me sub. So this is insane because this is the most sub that anybody has ever done, the longest time. So of course I trusted these people more. See, I owe Amazing Ed a lot because I had a mentality of I just finished a couple of games. Ed, you've been paying a lot. You want to pay the most? What game you want to see? And he asked me to play Elden Ring. Now, I love Elden Ring. But he made me discover Elden Ring. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be playing Elden Ring. And now we're finishing our 4th playthrough of Elden Ring. Possibly today, possibly tomorrow, possibly in 2 days, I don't know. But he also asked me to play Fortnite. Now, the coolest thing with Fortnite is it's kind of historic. And when I say it's kind of historic, it is actually quite historic. At this time, I am not a streamer. I am not a content creator. I'm a streamer. I only stream. You don't see my face. At this time, I have very little followers on YouTube. You can talk to me on Instagram, but it's mostly through comments. There's no way to interact with me really, except for Fortnite. I'm doing duos. I'm doing trios with people. My best clip, my favorite clips is from that. The worst thing is it's both Raven and Ed. So me and Raven we talk about every single day. Ed he's busy, he's working, so he doesn't play a lot. And he comes in and he doesn't have his mic. So because he doesn't have his mic and he cannot defend himself, I decide to joke with him. I'm teasing him. So my best clip is Raven. I said, "Hey Raven, this is Ed. Ed, this is Raven." And I tell Raven, "This is Ed, but you can call him Edward." And Raven, she was a friend for a while. So she knew my humor and she knew what I was going to say. She found out what I was going to say, Edward for short. And we just laughed, the two of us, together. And Ed's possibly laughing, but he doesn't have his mic on. So we're playing Fortnite. And it's kind of crazy because I wasn't supposed to play Fortnite. People wanted me to play Apex Legends. I didn't like Apex. I didn't like Apex. I found it to be too hard. Yeah, I'm a wussy. So I started playing Fortnite. Now, I have to be honest. I have to be really honest here. I have played Fortnite before. I played Fortnite twice. I was a content creator. I went to check what it was. It's funny because I got the Wi-Fi in 2020, and I got I started streaming in 2021. So I'm playing Fortnite in 2021. So I played twice before we started streaming. And I kind of liked the game. It was a fun game, but I never really got into it because again. And then I have my leg broken, and I fall in love with Fortnite. I'm playing every single day. Every single day. The season was, I think it was chapter 3, season 2. It was the Sevens versus the I-10. So Dr. Stone, Gunner. This is the season where they introduced the ramming. This is the season they introduced the zero build. So this was huge, and we've been playing since then. Now, why did a love and hate relationship? Every single game that I've played for this long, there's only 2 games that I played for this long. Well, technically 3. Maybe because Elden Ring, I got over 1,000 hours in it. But the 2 most playthrough was this one, and this one, the one that we're playing right now. Because yes, we're playing 2 games. Well, we're filming and playing the tower on top of it. The name of the application. The tower and Fortnite are the game that I play the most. And the 2 games, I've been playing them for years. This is 2 years. This is a year. This is a year. Fortnite is a bit more. Fortnite, I would say, about 3 years, including this one. There's been time where I fall in love with Fortnite. See, with Fortnite, I never played a game for so long, and yes, some of the content is super, and I do mean super shitty because I'm falling asleep. I have fallen asleep playing Fortnite. I have fallen asleep on stream playing Fortnite. It's just a game that I enjoy to a point where I get to play it on almost a daily basis. However, I also stopped playing Fortnite. Where's my normal? I don't know. There you go. I also stopped playing Fortnite. There's been pauses. The pauses we did, the biggest pauses, was this year. We didn't do what was it? It was we didn't do the season where they introduced Hope. I didn't do it. Last season we didn't do. Last year we didn't do the Peter Griffin series. So we did the money heists, and that's pretty much it. We came back for the money heists, and then we came back for the Star Wars. So yeah, I've taken a break from Fortnite before, and it's weird because usually, if you're to take a break, possibly you don't like the game as much, which is possibly the case. But we took a break from Fortnite, right? The reason why we're making this video is actually quite simple. There's more to the madness than just making a video kissing Fortnite asses. It's a game that lately we've been playing a lot. Now the truth is, I actually did like this last season. People were complaining about the event. I actually liked the event. A lot of people were complaining about it. And I was just like, no, you know what? It's alright. I like it. And if you don't like it, more power to you. But I do like it. It was not because. Yeah, we got 16, which means we got one more than usual. There you go. It was not because I did the biggest mistake you can do. I did the biggest mistake we can do, but this is also a kind of like a big deal, and the evolution of Ink. The evolution of Steph, which is my real name, but also the evolution of Ink. Something cool. Sun is rising. The evolution of Ink, which why was it important, is because at the same time, how can I bring this up? It's odd. It's really odd to talk about. It's really odd. I should not have played as much as I did. Like the last week, we crammed about 30 hours of Fortnite, which is not a lot compared with another Fortnite streamer. Most people that play that much are Fortnite streamer. I'm not. I was trying to get skins, and I'm happy because we got everything but the Supernova skins, which is the purple, the pink, the yellow, the green, and I don't remember the last one. But everything else, which is great. Only needed those 15 skin. I only got 2 of them, so only this 30 skin. And then I saw this was a new event. And I gotta say, I'm impressed with the new event. Now, in my book, what I was gonna do is play the first day. What I do is I play the first day, I play for a couple hours, and then we play it every single week. We play 2 times a week, 3 times a week. And it was just a lot of fun. It was just so much fun. And I gotta admit, I'm stoked. See, the reason why it's a love and hate relationship with Fortnite, because I give up on it. I'm like, dude, I can't play this game anymore. The reason why it's love and hate relationship with Tower, my apologies, is because I gave up. I'm like, I can't play this game anymore. The same thing. And I used to be really nervous because as a content creator, it's kind of important. People will come for you for, like, for example, Fortnite. You do whatever, anything else, they won't come to your channel. Channel, again, which if you don't get the views, the algorithm will treat you badly. Like, yo, what's going on, bro? You're not making the same views. What's going on? So to me, it's kind of important. Imagine if people are reliant on making a specific game, which is Fortnite. I never want this to happen. I love Fortnite, but I'm never gonna be a Fortnite content creator. Never, ever, ever. So I'm kind of nervous because before what I would do is I would self sabotage myself to be able to play the new season a lot, which means I'm getting the rewards. And during the 4 years of making content, we evolved quite a bit. We became a more mature person, but I'm also a more thoughtful person. I'm a guy that's very nervous, very nervous. I'm gonna control everything. So, for example, with Fortnite, I want to control how much I play, so I can make sure that I play. See, it's a guy, okay? It's a guy that is in love with fried chicken. I love fried chicken. It's my favorite meal, right? But if I was to eat it on a regular, I would eat it once a month. Why? No, dude. I would eat it once a month. Why? Because I want to make sure that I can eat. I want to make sure that we can eat as much as possible, for as long as possible. You saw me in the game, and this is not planned, of course. Eat peanut butter. Peanut butter is something I ate since I was a kid. I actually ate too much peanut butter, and I was sick of it for the longest time. For 4 years, that simple sight of peanut butter would make me, ugh, it would make me earl, you know? So there was a pressure, like, oh my god, what if I don't want to play Fortnite? And then I became okay with it. There's so many other things I can do with it than play Fortnite. And I was like, right now you're loving the game. Right now you're having fun with the game. Actually getting better at the game. You're enjoying everything that it has to offer. The OG, the normal, the rank. Last season we ended up in Diamond, which is not great. It's not bad for a guy that doesn't play every single day. And I'm gonna enjoy the new season. I'm actually excited for the new season. Now, if in 3 days I'm playing every single day, and I'm like, fuck that. I don't play anymore. I'm not gonna play anymore, and that's okay. Stop stressing about small things. Stop stressing about not being able to manage your schedule, you know? And Fortnite has also been a very important game in my life because I do a lot of clips. And Fortnite is the game that allows that. In between matches, I have time for clips. So yeah, I love Fortnite. Right now, I love Fortnite. And here's the thing that with love and hate relationship. I don't know when I'm gonna start hating it, but right now I love it. And we have a new season, so all I have to say is have a good season, have a fun time. I don't know if it's a new chapter. I do not know if it's a new chapter, but the live action for the Power Ranger that they did it retro, oh, it's gonna be good. It's uploading right now, and I kind of want to save the videos and just go in. Before that, I go to the bathroom, and I don't wanna die. I need you more than life, yeah. Don't blink, it's your playing. Go with the show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this gorgeous, and I do mean gorgeous, 7th August 75. Today, talk about aging, which is something I'm going to go through, your neighbor's going through, your mom going through, your dad going through, your grandparents are possibly done aging, because they look old AF. But yeah, we're talking about aging. I talked about aging yesterday and how with the video of sleep, I'm older, I get more grumpy, I get more sleepy. I don't have the metabolism of a person that is 20 years old. One of my knees is really hurting, and it's a bad thing, right? So I want to come on here and do a video about aging. Now, this is kind of like a follow-up to a video we did a year ago. Now, this is not exactly a follow-up, but kinda. This is not exactly a linked, but you can also watch this video because it'll help you understand. The video that this is a follow-up to is, did we start too late? So, you guys know that my passion, my dream is to make content, being a content creator, and I started later in life, so at 28. Now, 28 for a lot of people is very young to start making content. However, when we realize that people have been making content at 16 years old, 17 years old, 15 years old, you know, it's a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing, because then you're not old, but when you look at the demographic of content creator, you're old. When you think about that, right? But then you got the reality, which is absolutely phenomenal. See, when I made this video, it was a year ago. A lot of things changed. So I'm looking at people like, I'm gonna give you the best example possible, which is Jack Doherty. I'm gonna give you the best example possible, which is Kasnat. I'm gonna give you the guys the best example, which is Speed. Speed is my number one example of this, right? So somebody like Jack Doherty that has been doing it since a very, very, very young age, which is, it's just applauding. Look at him right now. It's very different. His content is very different. He isn't the liked person anymore. It's not America's sweetheart anymore, right? And he's pretty much himself in a situation where he is seen as a douchebag by a lot of people. Kai is another great example. Kai started young. Kai, why he is so good, why I applaud him so much is because I'm busy because we're doing a Twitch stream, TikTok, and YouTube. So, after that, we'll be playing the new season of Fortnite. So, yeah. Safe to say, I got a busy day, and it started about, only 48 minutes ago. That's not bad. Hello, what is that? Oh, hello, what is that? That's myself playing Elden Ring, baby. Hasanak is a good example because even when he was younger, he was watching content creator. See, Kai did a streamer university, right? Did a streamer university, and that streamer university was a school for streamers. They would tell you how to put your ads, when to play, what type of content to upload, what was the trend, how to recognize the trend, the tag to use. It was very interesting content. It was all by the AMP. So Agent, Phantom, Chris, a lot of people that I don't know, sadly. Big High had his school himself. He went to school himself by watching other content creators. Right now, what we're seeing on YouTube Kids, it's literal kids that are 8, 9 years old, and they're learning how YouTube works. And some of them have 1 million followers. This is a scary thing for a kid, right? So following the example of Jack Doherty, yes, they're starting very young. It doesn't mean that they have longevity. That's the thing that I want to talk about. And I want to come back to myself. It'll be a question of longevity. Now, we're going all the way to Speed. Speed, what began, in my opinion, very immaturely, which is okay because he was young. He had it rough. His mom wasn't very supportive. His father, W, Hunter was a genuine good guy, but Speed is a nice example. He started quite immature, and he had his run-in, and he had his problem, but then you saw him bloom into a beautiful person, into a person that was very generous, very kind. And Speed nowadays is an example, a good example, for a lot of people, and it's amazing to see how Speed is growing. And Speed, although wasn't the next example when he started, is becoming more and more of a example or a role model. And I gotta say, I'm pretty happy about that. I find it extremely nice that there's a guy called Darren that's out there, and one of the most popular streamer, by the way, and he is giving out good example. This is a W, as they say, for the youth. A lot of people are gonna be seeing Speed. They're gonna be inspired by Speed, which is a beautiful thing. Now, those three people started at a younger age than me. But the question is longevity. So longevity is when you talk to me. Let's go back to me because again, the video isn't about those three guys, although there's a lot of respect for those three guys. Longevity is important. I started at 28 years old, which is bringing me a level of maturity, which means that I'm not gonna make some mistakes. For example, I know that I shouldn't say this. I know I shouldn't do that. I know that if I do this, I'm gonna hurt people. You know, there's a lot of things that I've learned. Lessons of life I learned, and a lot of you guys are seeing me as a bigger brother, and that's really the thing I'm going for. A role model, a positive role model. I'm not gonna change the world, but I'm gonna help. If I can help a couple people. We uploaded 320 clips in 3 days. That's pretty good. I'm gonna do it right. That's the goal here. That is the goal. And it's just nice because this is. Why did I regret starting so late? I think it would have been amazing content to see me at 20 years old and see my evolution and how much we changed in between 20 and 28. Why 20? Because I went to the apartment at 20. So this is really when I started being myself. This is really when I shaped myself to be the person I am today. Before that, I was a father's son. I was a mother's son, mama's boy. Before that, I became my own person. So that was quite beautiful. I would like to see the evolution. I would like to see, okay, well, I remember this. Or physical change, right? Seeing somebody grows. So at 28 years old, I'm not able to see this. Because the person that, there's not really like a learning curve. You absorb information and then there's a level where you're like, you know what? I got enough information to survive out there in the world. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna survive. And you just do it. And it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal in a way of, you're able to survive. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much sums it up. To me, it's quite nice. To me, is very, very cool. Very, very cool. But yeah, there's a missing part of it, right? This is my dream. And also 28 years old, there's also the sad part. So when I say, is it old? 28 years old, you're less financially, you take more financial risk than anything. For example, when you're young, right? You don't mind that you lost a couple of money. Some people go to party, you invested, you made some money. At 20 years old, you expected to invest, you also expect to think about getting a house, forming a family. There's a lot of cost. You're becoming a man, you're an adult version. To me, I never really understood the reason why to me was so stupid. You had kids, you know what, you have preteens. Well, you know what, you have teens, and then you have young adults, and then you have adults. I thought it was stupid. But the young adults that take, and I believe this now. So, my dream is to make content, right? Now, why am I not sad that we're living at 28? Why am I sad that we're living at 28? Let me start at 28. My body doesn't follow. My body doesn't follow, but it's also a good thing that we're going to talk about later. Longevity. I want to do this for my whole life. So I'm going to be doing this in 20 years. I've been doing this for 4 years without getting a penny except from Twitch. No other site has paid me a penny. Twitch has paid me over the last 4 years, I would say. 500, more than 500 possibly. My first year I made $210. That's actually pretty good. So it paid me a lot, right? Enough to survive? No. Because it's not enough to survive, I'm gonna call it a job, right? That's pretty much something up. Okay? Now, this is kind of cool. Because with longevity, I don't mind doing 20 years. And it's not gonna be about how late I started, it's how long for how long I do it. You look at people like, Red, Lane, Jade Men. You look at people like Smosh, you look at people like, Fusi. They've been doing it for a long time. Look at Roman Atwood, you look at Casey Neistat. They're all gross, they all got so old. See? And yes, my body is gonna fail before a 16 years old. At 16 years old, body-wise, probably have 14 to 15 years of prime shape, prime body, prime muscle mass, prime energy, right? We don't have it anymore. However, I know that right now, it's kind of motivating. I'm kind of running after the clock. If I was 16, I wouldn't be running after the clock. I am running after the clock right now. Which is more motivating because I know that if I wait too long, I know that if I start getting serious at 40 years old, first of all, I'm going to be seen as the guy that has the midlife crisis. Second of all, I'm not going to have the energy that I'm doing. So, it is later, but it's not too late. Now, is it ever too late to follow your dream? Never too late. It's never too late. However, realistically speaking, the sooner the better. Right? The sooner the better. For example, kids. My parents had me at 25, so I always told myself I'm going to have a kid at 25. But my parents were never fat or obese. I'm obese and fat. I might not live as long as they do. And maybe I won't be able to give them grandkids, and if I'm able to, I'm not going to be able to see my grandkids myself. I don't know, you know? I should have done it earlier. And if I did it earlier, it would change everything, you know? Slowly, processes of life. So starting so late is a blessing and a curse. It gave me motivation, it gave me something. And at the same time, what is really interesting with my channel is that I watch a lot of analytics on my channel. And the age group that watch me the most is 25 to 34. Which means that they're my age. Which means that they're connecting to something I understand. You know? It's amazing. It's amazing. I think I've changed so much in between the time I started and when I end right now. You know? I've learned so many lessons. I grew so much. It's kind of amazing that we've been through this much. Kind of amazing that I was able to do X, Y, Z. You know? It's only starting. And even then, we're insane. I'm insane. I can safely say I'm insane. Even though I reached 22 years old, and other people call me Unc, which is kind of like old man, with a bit more respectful, I guess. A bit more like Snoop Dogg, you know, Uncle Snoop. I'm not sure if saying that is cringe, but I don't care. And I'm giving them advice, and it's cool. I want to be that guy. Because I was lucky. I grew up with a lot of role models. I grew up with a lot of people helping me out. And if I can give it that back, I will give it back. I don't know yet. I'm stoked. So for the next 10 years. I'm stoked for the next 10 years. And I'm going to see how it happened. I can't predict the future. But I can predict one thing. I cannot predict listen to this. I'm pretty proud of myself. I can't predict the future, but I can predict that I'm going to be doing this in 10 years. How about that? You know? When my friend was like, hey, what happened if YouTube or TikTok closed? Which is a reality. Last year, we almost had TikTok closed. Which this could have been a fact that started too late. This could have been a fact. For example, and again, I'm not complaining, I'm very happy. On YouTube, I have 700 followers, which is not true. That's not true. I have 697. I never reached 300. I never reached yet, right? On TikTok, I have 9,000, well, 8,902 followers on TikTok, which is pretty good, right? Safe to say, if I started putting as much time as I do right now with TikTok, I would have been having a bigger channel. But I waited until last year. And last year, they closed. They were thinking that they were going to close. And then Trump came in and said, no, I'm not going to close TikTok. I'm not going to close it. So, If it closed, I could have missed an opportunity. Right? Most of the followers that I got are from TikTok. Now, the reason why I care more about TikTok, I'm going to be honest, is one. TikTok has no way of paying its content creator. YouTube does. What's going to be the next video that we're supposed to do? The next video is about that. The next video is about how TikTok is helping their content creator. I'm quite excited. I'm going to go in right away. I love you guys. Message behind it. You're never too old. You're never too old and you're never too young to start making content. I got my friend, Bliss. Not my best friend, I love that guy. Love that guy to tears. Not a word to tears. We've been wanting to make content for 2 months. He hasn't done a single video. And oh, I want my video to be nice. Bro, my first video didn't have audio. Oh, Fortnite installed. Yes, sir. He didn't do everything. And that's it's a shame. It's a real shame because I want to do it. You're not making content. You're not actually making content. And the more you wait, the worse it becomes. You know? One piece. The shop is nice, dude. And I'm telling him, bro, because, and it's actually a weird thing. Because I went crazy with making content. Last year I completely lost my mind. I was working 15 out of 16 hours. Losing my mind. Yeah, we relaxed, we did more. And this year I'm able to do it. If I was young, I don't think I would have been able to control myself. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? And there is this possibility that I'm making content right now because I'm getting older and I'm afraid that I'm gonna get too old and I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm telling Janice, do a video. Worst come to worst, fucking post it and put it in private. A lot of my videos are private. Let me tell you a secret. I'll film my father when he's talking. I'll film my mom when she's talking. I'll film the government thing. They're all things that's important to me. But I cannot put it on the internet because they're more private. And then I always put it on private. And then when I'm going to be retiring from YouTube at 65, 70, I'm going to be uploading all of them in public. It'll be never before seen content. Even if I finished making content at 65. Why 65? Because most people are retired by 65. That's why I'm telling 65, but I'm like, oh, it's so complex. It's so complex. Right now, I love making content. Am I gonna love it in 35 years? There's a possibility that it becomes a job, right? And if it becomes a job, it's different. But at 65, I might just do it for fun. I might just do it for fun. I'll get residual, which is really enough to make a living. That's pretty much it. If I finish at 65, guys, I would have worked at making content